Welcome back to part 2 of how to speed up your computer free and fast. What we have done previously in the first video, if you haven't seen it, was disabled everything in the startup. We've disabled all the toolbars and add-ons in our web browser that we didn't need, which pretty much is everything, and we've restarted our system. Now that our system is back up and running without all these programs going, we'll notice that already we're seeing a big difference in our performance. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to start cleaning. Remember that we did change the power options earlier, and sometimes when you restart your computer you will have your system reverting back to its other power modes. You can see here we have reverted back to balanced. That was automatic. We'll go back to high performance. I do not recommend changing that. Having your system running on balanced on the regular startup is not a bad idea. Sometimes your system will boot from network or to do an update if it's in standby and you want it to be able to go back to sleep without the 8 to 10 hours it could take when it's on high performance. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to start the cleaning process. So what we have is we just have our Microsoft Security Essentials running, which is our virus protection program. This particular program has a real-time protection, so it's going to scan everything that comes into our system, especially through Explorer since they are made by the same people, Microsoft. Okay, we're going to start the cleaning with a great program I like called CCLeaner. You can find that at Piriform.com. That's Piriform.com. I'll also provide a link right here, big link on the middle of the page, which will take you there straight to the download site. Now you want to click download from the Piriform. It's the simplest way, and it will start automatically. Now I'm going to run this. Google Chrome and other web browsers may automatically download it. I'm just going to run it because it's updating all the time. There's no sense in keeping it. Now, as this runs and installs, I'm going to tell you a little bit about what it's going to do. Basically, your system is slowed for a plethora of reasons. Before we went over the fact that simply your operating system may not be allocating enough power to your processor or to your hard drive, therefore reducing the processing speed of your system. Another thing that can occur are little errors that may derive from installation and uninstallation of programs. Basically, these little files that your computer has to sift through every time it does an action. So what we want to do is clean that up to where it only has files to read that are necessary, and we want to have a certain level of redundancy in our system so that we still have fast browser and fast Windows responses, but not so much that we're actually clogging up and making it harder for our system to work. If that went over anyone's head, just stay tuned for more videos, and I'll get more and more in depth as time goes on. So I'm not going to add anything to my desktop. I never really do. But we're going to have the options on the recycle bin, and we want it to check for updates automatically. Then you will go next to the install. I already have this installed, but we want to make sure we do not install this Google Chrome or the browser. If you do not have Google Chrome and you try it out, go ahead, but do not install the extra add-ons that come with it. So we're going to install this, and we're going to run it. Now once you get it running, it's super easy. You just go over here to the right hand side and hit Run Cleaner. Now if you hit Analyze first, where the cancel button is now, it will do the same thing it's doing as you hit Run Cleaner, but it won't make any changes and give you an opportunity to really see what it's going to do. So if you're kind of skeptical, go ahead and hit Analyze first and see what it's going to do. It's going to tell you, you're going to see live what files are being scanned and then what is being removed. Also, all these little settings here, just leave them alone. The reason why they're not checked is because that's information that you want to be saved on your computer so you have fast response and that you don't have to keep on resetting your browser experience as you will. Okay, so we're going to delete almost half a gig of stuff. It's actually already been removed because I hit Run Cleaner instead of Analyze. If I hit Analyze now, you'll notice there's almost nothing there, but you do notice there is something there. It's a file for my Microsoft Search. So as you see, the computer is always storing files, so it's always good to make sure that you have the ability to clean this by yourself. You do not want a professional to have to do something this minuscule for you. If you can fix it yourself, do it. The next thing you want to do is your registry. This is what I talked about, the files that are saved in order for your computer to know how to behave. Okay, for every program and for every piece of hardware in your computer, there is a registry entry. that tells the operating system how to behave in order to utilize that software or that hardware. So what we're going to do, we're going to scan for issues here, and the issues that it's going to find are going to be probably from uninstalled software or from new installed software whose extensions were never used. So then we're going to remove those registry extensions because we don't need them, and it's just slowing our computer down having to sift through those entries whenever we're trying to run a new extension like .exe, .sys, whatever. Okay, there were no issues found. I actually run mine pretty often, at least once every couple of days, which I believe is pretty often. Once a week would probably be enough. Also, if you do not like going through the big windows, the big long Windows thing here, you can go to your programs and features and uninstall. Sometimes it's kind of intimidating. You go right through here through CCLeaner, and this is basically exactly what it says. You're in your uninstall. Anything here, you can uninstall programs. You can simply delete their entries. Now, so if you have a program that you can't uninstall, it's always giving you an error, but you don't want it there anymore, you can simply click on it, delete the entry, and then it will remove the entry. Although it doesn't remove all the programming, it will certainly move the entry from your program files. Startup, this is what we went through earlier, but we did the backdoor. Now I'm telling you right now, most of the programs you get are just going to be doing things that are already built into Windows. It's just a more simplified, more user-friendly interface. So you can see here that what we have running is our Microsoft Security Client and our Adobe Bridge, which I did not tell it to run. It's just doing by itself. So I'm going to go ahead and disable that right here, if it will go. See, it's probably disabled, or it's probably not even there. That's why it's not working. That's why there's no file, no publisher. Internet Explorer, Browser Helper. I really don't need any of these things. I don't need help from nothing, especially for my Microsoft Office. Here's your scheduled task. I do not need Facebook updating. I do not need Google updating. The reason why is because I do it all myself. IP scan. Oh, don't need that going. CCLeaner skip you okay. User account control. Don't need to skip user account control. I like to have that on. And a flash updater. I run my updates automatically anyway. Context menus. Leave all that there. System restores. Every time you do a update, it's going to save a system restore, system backup, basically. Allow you to restore your system to before the update occurred. So I consistently wipe mine out and I save them offsite. And that's basically it. Stay tuned for I have links on the end of this video, and stay tuned for more from Kenneth on Underground Footage.